For many, the name Rajkumar Krishna Persad, or simply Krishna Persad, is easily identifiable with dance, specifically Bharatnatyam. He was the first citizen of Trinidad and Tobago to receive a scholarship through the High Commission of India for dance. He became the founder of the Trinidad School of Indian Dance. In 1969, he was the first artist in any medium of Indian culture to be honored with the national award, the Hummingbird Medal. He served as Senior Cultural Officer in the Ministry of Culture for 40 years. And in 2015, he received an honorary doctorate from the University of the West Indies. Now, Rajkumar Krishna Persad over the years has always been vocal about developing strong discipline in dance, having respect for each style of dance, the benefits of dance, and taking care of oneself. After all, he's now 82 years old and has survived not one, not two, not even three, 7 bypass surgeries. That's right, 7 bypass surgeries.
In case the fridge door is open and you didn't hear, let me repeat that. I have had 2 open heart surgery. 36 years ago, I had an operation in Canada, Toronto, St. Michael's, where I've had 4 bypasses. And 6 years ago, I had another open heart surgery in India, where I had 3 bypasses.
7 bypass.
7 bypass. So when I'm going to San Fernando, I take the main road. I cannot take another bypass.
Loquacious and suave, I unravel an intriguing story of resilience and determination. Here we learn about a young boy from Penal Rock Road who, despite the hardship of poverty, found solace in music and dance, who, without any formal training, became a village dancing star. And even without a father figure, how personalities like the late Kamaluddin Muhammad, Ram Kirpalani, Sukhdev Ramakrishna, and many others became beacons along his life journey. I am Karen Das, and this is Appetite for Discussion, TT.
I think, I'm not too sure, I think my mother was married, if it was married at that time, around the age of 11 or 12. She don't know. My mother born on a ship coming to Trinidad. I have the idea, and only last week or so I was looking at it. I don't know, I found it. And when I look at the nationality was British. I said, but you know, and that was, and she, according to the ID, she was born in 1901. My father's name was Ganga Persad. My mother's name was Kilantia Babu. I don't know my grandfather on either side. I know my grandmother on my father's side. She was a very dark lady, small, jet black hair, and she was also black. Smooth jet and the hair long. That was my grandmother. And I will always remember my mother told me this, about what the life long ago. When my mother got pregnant and had a baby and all of that, right after having the baby, a couple of days after, they would send you to work in the lagoon. You just had a baby. And my mother was telling me that kind of thing. But at the time, you didn't take that on. You just listening. And you realize how in-laws was treating in-laws. You know, things like that, and it really makes you think about the people long ago. My father had 1 brother, so there were 2 brothers, my father and another brother, and they had 1 sister. And that sister was living in a place called Usines in Madeline. My father and his brother was living, they born and grew in Penal Rock Road, opposite the Mahasabha School, that area which is still there. So they born and grew there. And I remember my mother was telling me what my grandmother did. Long ago they plant rice in the lagoon, and after they plant the rice, they would cut the rice or rip it out, dry it, take it to a rice mill to grind it to get the natural chow. And my grandmother, which was my father's mother, would make my mother travel from Penal Rock Road, bare feet, Penal Rock Road to Penal, from Penal to Coquille Village, San Fernando, and walk from Coquille Village, San Fernando to Eugene, St. Madeleine to take the rice from my aunt. You think you understand the geographical thing there? Penal Rock Road, 5 miles from Penal. You're traveling from there to Penal by bus. My mother can't read and write. She can't even carry a much conversation. But she's the in-law, so she had to do what your mother-in-law say. Then from Penal to San Fernando, Coquille Village roundabout by the fire station. Then she had to walk from by that fire station, Coquille Village, San Fernando, to Eugene, St. Madeleine behind the government school, which is still there, to take this grind rice on her head for my aunt, which we call Puphu, meaning father, sister. How many people care to research this kind of thing and bring it out? How many care about what their parents and grandparents and great-grandparents went through and the sacrifices and commitments that they have made for us to be where we are today? How many younger generation is gone technology? And that is sad because their life now is a piece of plastic. They have no life. Everything is that piece of plastic in front of you. They can't talk, they can't laugh, they can't carry a conversation, they can't read, they can't write, they cut in words in half and quarter, 1/8, 2/8, 7/16, and a 5/16, and this is what's going to happen. What life it is. Another thing, very few people are going to be healthy in this world as I speak because of the chemical and the hormones that within the food. Who is really preaching this? Who is talking about it? What our leaders are really talking about? You go to the Ramayana and the Bhagavad and the Katha and the Yagnas and you hear these lovely sermons and things. You ever hear anybody, and I'm saying this officially, legally and otherwise, talking about health? If you're not comfortable, happy and healthy, you cannot help nobody in this world. When you are flying in an aeroplane, the first thing the air hostess tell you, ladies and gentlemen, if we lose oxygen, a mask will drop in front of you. Put it on your face first.
Use your own mask first before assisting others under your care.
Now that is self-explanatory, so who comes first? You, not the child, not your mother, father, brother or sister. So if I am not healthy, happy and comfortable, I can't help nobody in this world.
Now you're probably wondering, how does a guy go from being a dancer to getting 7 bypass surgeries? Yeah, I was curious about that as well. And he tells me more in the next episode. You see, Dr. Rajkumar Krishna Persad is not just vocal about dance, he's very passionate about health. And because of his multiple surgeries, he's even more determined to take care of himself. So please, join me for my next episode. Appetite for Discussion TT, my guest, Dr. Rajkumar Krishna Persad. Our next episode will be uploaded soon.